Hey YouTube, I'm here with an update on what I'm doing so far. I apologize for being inactive for a couple months now, maybe since January, I think was my last video. So I'm going to bring you guys here what I've been working on this entire time I was out. Uh, so, miss for that, my bad. To start off, let me guys show you what I've been working on besides Iron Man, and I basically let that push aside, focusing on school mostly. But then I got into this new hobby, and it was something, I can tell you that. It's an experience. So without further ado, let me show you guys. As you guys can see, this is a remote radio controller for RCs, planes, boats, helicopters, cars, you name it. So you guys probably know by now what I was doing. Now, here's what I've worked on. Yes, it is a lot, I can tell you, and each one has its own faults. All right, let's start off. All right, so my first plane was this FT Spitfire. This is all from flight. Excuse me. This is all from Flight Test. You can find this at www.flighttest.com. FLITETEST, not flight as in flying. Flight as in FLITE. So that will be www.flighttest.com. No spaces. So if you guys want to find builds, videos, I mean, they are really helpful. And I to be honest, I liked it. So my first plane was the Spitfire, which is a World War II plane. The fault that it had was that it was tail heavy, and my motor was not strong enough to pull the entire weight of the plane. So it didn't get as much damage as you see, so I decommissioned it and basically stripped it all out of. This was my first plane, yeah, so I stripped everything out, wires, servos, all that. And then I built the Bloody Wonder. Now, the Bloody Wonder was the second plane. Second plane was a success, but the trainer who trains my best friend and I was able to fly it, but I was not. I flew it maybe for about 4 minutes maximum over periods, maybe like over three times. Maybe 5 minutes. Let me give myself 5 minutes of flight with this plane. 7 minutes of flight, including the trainer. But in total, 7 minutes of flight. Ended up breaking maybe. So far, this one already 2 propellers broke with this plane. Or maybe 1 propeller broke with this plane. Second propeller broke with this plane. Third propeller broke with this plane. Fourth propeller broke with this plane. Then I decommissioned it because it took a hard hit on the ground. It slammed, as you can see, there's an elevation in the back, so it slammed down over there, causing the entire elevator area to basically break. This was my third plane, and I can tell you this, I was able to, how do I say, drive on the runway pretty well. It was a 4-channel plane, as well as this one. This one was a 3-channel. So this one was a 4-channel, meaning that I have aileron controls and rudder and elevator controls. So, plus a motor, which is on the front. So all these 3 are front motors. So this one, I took it off, but since it was tail heavy, meaning that as soon as I take off, the tail is gonna have the most weight, causing it to do this. Once it does this, the wind has an advantage and would knock it backwards, causing it to flip over and crash. This plane had it, and this plane had it, but this plane was not able to take off due to the amount of weight it had. So this one crashed really hard. The last crash was a separation in the wing, so I had to decommission it right there. I like the plane. I put a lot of work into it because I was bored and I didn't have the electronics yet. So yeah, I just pretty much moved on after it crashed and I built this. Now this over here, This is the FT Versa wing. So this is it's a two-channel plane and it has ailerons and elevator controls, which is called elevons. Which, as you can see, the propeller does not go in front. It goes in the back. This one, it had a lot of flight time, but since it was tail heavy or rear heavy, it had some of the same effect, but I was still able to control it very little. So this one had a lot of flight, a lot of crashes. Only one propeller broke in this plane. Actually, two. Two propellers. And then I decommissioned because... Why did I decommission? Oh, yeah, because... Why did I decommission? Oh, yeah, because the nose, as you guys see, the nose is... You guys can't see it over here, but it got tore up. I mean, not the fuselage, the power pod got broken underneath, so I had to remove that, and I just decided to move on to this plane. This plane, as you guys can see, is the F-22 Raptor. Now, this one was really a huge success. I only flew it twice, though. The reason why I had to decommission it, because the first flight was a success, although I did not land. I crash landed, but very little damage was caused to the plane. Second flight, flying in the air, motor cut out because of a separation in the wire. Now, as you guys can see, these two wires have leads, correct? And then during the flight, the wire lead was separated, and then it basically this is a negative wire, yeah. So it cut out completely. The motor stopped, and all of a sudden you have a nosediving plane, which is not good. So that was the last plane, and now this, I moved away from propellers, ultimately, to make this beast. Now, I have not flown this yet, and it is they call it the FT Simple Soarer. FT standing for flight test. So that would be the FT Spitfire, FT Bloody Wonder, FT Crop Duster, FT Duster, correction. FT Versa Wing, FT, what's it called? FT-22 Raptor. Not the F-22 Raptor, FT-22. It was kind of funny. And the FT Simple Soarer. By now you guys should be sickened by the word FT. So this has not taken any flight, but it will soon as I order the electronics online, which they're out of stock. It has a 4-foot wingspan, maybe close to about 4 foot and 3 inches, 4 foot 5 inches, somewhere over there, maybe a 4.5 foot. But it is a beast. I've seen reviews on it. It's pretty good. This is the last plane I'll be building because all these planes cost a lot of money. I can tell you, this one took 3 boards, 3 foam board. All right, the material I use is foam core poster board. You can find it at Walmart for about $1, maybe $1.50. Cheaper probably, maybe $1 per board, and it's pretty decent. I like it. So that one, three boards were used on that one. 2 boards on that one. 2 boards on that one. 2 boards on that one. Two boards on that one, and then this one took 1, 2, 3. So yeah, it's very, I don't know what to say, but it's the way it works is it rides the wind, and it is a tow. So a tow meaning you have to attach a string over here and attach it to see that hole over there. Well, a string goes in there into a servo that I have yet to put in, and then from there you basically get either a second plane to fly it out into the air like a kite. Basically, you got to put it in the air like a kite, and then from there you release the servo. You tell the servo to release the string. String comes out and it's on its own. It just glides down or keeps gliding for a long time because of the hot air effect and a lot of the wind factor. So I decided to might as well just paint, and that's basically what I've been doing, guys. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys liked the video. Sorry about the lateness. I really apologize. I haven't been making a lot lately because it's a lot of work to actually... My bad. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's a lot of work to edit the videos and I guess rest out. So this is why I'm recording from my phone. Apologize for the shakiness. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think about this entire new line of planes. Tell me whether or not it was a waste of my time, what I should do to improve. Any ideas, guys? Just put it out there. Thanks for watching.